Band's breaking up.
Now it's recording. I can see the visual thing of it going on. Back to the intro.
I can't.
What the flip is up, you beautiful people? Welcome to the Weber State Smash podcast. And boy, do we got a doozy of an episode for you this week. The future name of the podcast is in your guys' hands, as well as a few reoccurring segments that I want to try out. You tell me what you like. But first, our lineup of personalities for the day is absolutely phenomenal. I don't know the next time we'll get some hard hitters like we do today. So let's start counterclockwise. Introduce yourselves.
Let's go. I'm PrinceHD. I'm Weber's least favorite player. I'm a little bit acoustic, you could say.
Yeah. I'm Beta. I make the highlights and manage the Weber State Smash channel.
I'm Skerdoink. You may know me as Skerdoink. If you don't, then that makes sense.
That's fair. But for those that know you as Skerdoink are much more in tune with the Weber State people, and they got to know that if you're Skerdoink, that Beta in the chair across from me here is our highlights manager, our big man in the big chair that puts us all on the TV. 1984 style. He's Big Brother, and we all have to obey his every word.
That's true.
I don't know what aim sock is, but can you put that on your foot?
So, like, when it comes to highlight stuff, I'm curious to know what makes something more clip-worthy. What attracts your attention as someone who I imagine like does homework on the side as you just watch the streams. So what makes you stop going 1 + 1 2 and goes to whoa, they hit down there and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm. I think there are a few things that make something clip-worthy for the highlights. Obviously, if you do something cool, that's epic.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Awesome. I forgot to.
Any loud equals funny. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, if you are like shouting, there's a better chance you're gonna get in the highlights. It's kind of funny, but mostly like commentary about something I can like visualize on the screen.
Get the
That's
funny
stuff I
edits
really
together.
like.
Get the
Yeah.
sillies. Yeah.
Like Dyer is super good at it. He's always talking about these scenarios that
Right.
I can just have fun with, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's really just it's pretty good.
I have a
Something's gotta
question
be
for the
pretty good.
people, though. Beta, can we get this in highlights?
Can we get this in the
Can we get
highlights?
this in highlights?
I send this to Edge, and Edge clips out like any silence or any of the stuff or whatever. I can just have him clip out this audio
Can we
bit
get
to
this
send to you to put in the highlights with no context. Like throw the PNGs of. You know all the big Smash tubers, how they're PNG tubers. We got like, you know, your
Put,
TC,
like, Smash
Nyx,
or,
Expand,
like, Hungry
Dawn
Box.
Mans and whatever, and they just have like the Donkey Kong and they just, you know. That I'm doing a visual example for a purely audio experience. This is great, and I'm smart.
go.
So for all our deaf listeners out there, wait.
Wait. For all
I'll cast some
you,
Naruto hand signals for you. I got you, bro.
yeah.
Hear me out. Welcome to Weber State Experience. We're going to be talking about aliens today. Let's go.
I'm not ready to be the next Joe Rogan. As much as we could be, I'm not ready to be the next Joe Rogan.
cannot be
But
the
what I
devil.
am ready for is I want to know how much work you put into a single clip and how much like what percentage of what you watch makes it into highlights, so people just know the general amount of pain that you go through and how much absolute horse crap you have to sift through to find the gems.
Yeah. So the first time I go through something, I decide, okay, this is kind of interesting, kind of funny, and I'll clip it. And for example, right now the January highlights, they're like an hour and 5 minutes for like 2 streams.
That's crazy.
So then I like go through it a little bit more. I'll side clips that I'm not too sure about. Go through that, and from there,
Ignore background.
just-
Ignore background.
I decide, okay, these are the clips that I'm going to leave as they are, and these are the ones that I want to try and do something with, and then I'll
Yeah.
just keep rotating through until I
Okay.
have all of it done.
As
That's
the highlight king, what percentage is more DDD biased and funny biased?
Oh, come on. We all know.
Yeah.
There was one clip that I had, and it was Beta's playing friendlies on stream just because we're waiting for something. And I say, like, underneath my breath, and I'm like, how much of this match is going to get put in the highlights just because it's DDD? When Beta watches this back, he's going to hear me talk about this. Does that make highlights and fuel his ego, and he gets to put more DDD in? And it made it. It made it. I can read you like a book.
Our clips rigged, our highlights rigged.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Just
we
making
beg
sure.
Put a 20 under the table and just to wink at Beta and say, highlights. You
You've
know?
heard about roulette and betting on black. I always bet on a DDD clip getting into highlights.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh man, maybe a future monthly bet we make something highlights based or like edit based instead of in the games. But for now, no, we still have some good monthly bets coming up. But before I ask you guys, I need to make it clear here and now. Cyrus, Edge, Kakarot, watching back here right now, one of us won by a landslide because we missed 2 tournaments. So Kakarot, who guessed 19 SDs, won. We got 15 over the course of stream, 14 if you don't count Thug Finals, which I find hilarious. What I also think is really cool is we averaged 7 SDs a stream, and if that average kept going, if we had 3 tournaments, I would have won if we stuck to the 7. And if we had 4 tournaments, Cyrus would have won. And he would have been dead on the number too. So we were right about Flaming Edge for having the highest number imaginable, because there's no way we get 32 SDs in a month on stream. So,
it's believable.
yeah.
I'd throw for it.
Kakarot gets a cookie. Kakarot, eat up a cookie right now. You deserve it, big man.
Let's go. Let's get Ike printed on that cookie.
Let's
go.
Let's get some cake sheet paper and
Yeah.
just put Ike on it, and
then you can eat that.
he'll be the happiest person.
Let me eat the temporary tattoo with Ike.
Yeah. So yeah, Kakarot is our winner, and I'm curious to know, you ladies and gents sitting with me here, how many upsets do we see for the month of February? This is very easily recordable. You don't have to watch a single thing. We can just go to start.gg and find
Are we
the
doing-
upsets and seeding.
Are we
I know all
doing
the
price or
upset.
right rules? Like any number over, you're eliminated.
Like, if we want to play that way, we can, and just screw one person over by going 1 over, 1 under.
Yeah.
But being accurate is so much more fun. The more niche the number, the more awesome it is. And judging by the fact that Kakarot was so out of left field after everybody guessed so high, that's why he gets the Ike cookie.
Let's go.
That's why I gave the Ike cookie. So, when it comes to the number of upsets, I'm going to even record our things here. I'm going to get that ready. Cam, Sir PrinceHD himself.
That's me. No way.
How many upsets do you think happen on stream?
So when I think of an upset, I think of a player outplacing their seat more than 3 spaces. Like, if you're beating someone who's 1 seat above you, it's really not that much of an upset.
That's fair. Yeah, let's define, like,
That's
how
how
much
I'm gonna
seed
define.
rankings do they have to be above or below in order for it to count?
Right.
2 or 3 rungs.
2 or 3 is exactly where I put a big upset or like an actual upset.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put it around. We're gonna say for the month of February, there's only 3 tournaments in February, right?
Yeah, shortest month.
Wait, isn't this year a leap year?
Is it?
The year can jump?
is
No
the leap
way.
year.
It is?
We have an extra day.
It's
have
not.
4 tournaments.
I
We
can
have
tell
4.
you it's not. I was born on a leap year, and I have a friend that was born on leap day, so they're legally 4 years old, which is hilarious. So I know when
So
the leap year.
there's 4 tournaments in
Pretty
February. I checked it again
Okay.
just to be sure.
4
We're
tournaments.
gonna say at least 4 upsets per tournament. I'm gonna say 12. That's probably my guess. I want to go low here.
Does it have to
is
be
this
an
just
even
on
number?
stream?
This is just on. Wait. No, just total number
Tracking
of upsets.
all, yeah.
Yeah, this is upsets period, because we can review the start.
There's only so many
upsets
seats,
for-
is what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
keep it low.
Cool.
Okay, Beta, what do you think?
I think that there is going to be like 4
4 upsets.
In the month of
Really?
I
February.
don't think there's many upsets that go on at Weber. Like,
We're not
some
any
weeks-
underdog believers out here.
I don't know.
There's
I see
some
Squib.
weeks.
He pulls through.
Yeah, Squib's really good. There's some
I'm
weeks
not.
where Snow got top 8 super great.
Yeah.
But really, I don't think that many upsets have been happening recently in Weber.
Really? Okay, so Beta with 4 upsets for the month of February. The Doink himself, how many upsets?
So, I don't really stick around for like the rest of the tournaments because I usually get knocked out pretty fast. So I'm gonna include myself in the upsets here. Not me, but like the person who wins against me, because usually
Here's the secret. I got a
Right.
secret for you.
Wait.
Just convince the enemy to challenge you to a random battle or battle with items. That's how you get your upset.
you did that.
Oh,
You
I
did
was-
that to me.
We have
100%.
so many Big Chungu and Frosty Edge sets. That's that's what we live for, right? Like
Yeah.
we're here for sillies. Parker is no longer a TO, and we're not gonna get shot in the knees for doing so.
That's
true.
fair.
Yeah.
It's an even number, right? Because it's like averaged.
Guess how many? No,
You gotta
if
give
you're
me
accurate,
precise.
then that's
All right,
awesome.
all right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
6.4.
Well, not anymore. No.
Nah, you took my number.
Oh,
no,
I'm gonna say
6.5.
I'm gonna say probably like 11.
11.
Okay. That's solid.
One under the Beta. Okay.
That's me.
Yeah, he
Oh,
said
under
4.
the So
I said 12.
I look straight at Beta and I'm like, that means that is the next
I'm
person that's got to come out of my
optimistic, that's all I'm
mouth.
saying.
He's optimistic. Oh man, the thing that really has me going here is how like our averaged entrance. Like we have really good months, we have really low months. Do we think February is a good month for like new people to be pulling through? Especially, hear me out, Kengarf is in the first week of February.
I'm going to
that.
that.
Has all the high schoolers,
think-
and me and Edge are doing our parts to Big Brother 1984. You really want to go to the weekly tournament on
You
Tuesdays?
should be like whispering in someone's ear mid-match. Please come to the tournament.
Please.
Please.
Yeah.
Please. I guarantee we're gonna
Man,
get
I think
at
you
least
guys
a
could like
small
make it on
bump.
stream and maybe in the highlights, and then you can be put on Yeet Smash, and I think that would be very cool. And I think you really, really,
Give him a
really,
shoulder
really
massage
want that.
while you're doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Buddy, hey. Trying to come to the Weber State.
Who are you?
Hot breath down the neck and a slap on the butt. That's just like, yeah, tournaments.
I think everyone wants that.
Hey,
Yeah.
sleepyhead. Hey.
I go to the
I
tournament.
I'm with everybody on the higher end here. However, I don't. Ooh, within 2 seed placings, I'm gonna be the bogus one, and I'm gonna say 14.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say 14.
I thought I was optimistic.
That's the magical day in February, because on the 14th, as you all know, we all get
Towers.
to be lonely together as Smash players.
Yes.
Yes. Our
Speak for
favorite.
yourself. I got my pirate body pillow to keep me company.
This is terrible.
Pirate body pillow. Oh man, you gotta love just the random. Yeah. Let's see. No.
excuse me.
Who's got whose body pillows here? Beta's totally got a Zelda.
I mean, this is a given.
I think you got a Zelda.
This is a given, but we know Kakarot's.
We
We know Kakarot's.
We
No
know
doubt in my mind,
Kakarot's.
this man's got 3 Ike body pillows, 1 for each age.
Yeah.
Really, I should get one with my deity with the supreme jacket.
Oh.
Yes.
I think
The
that would go
JoJo's like
yeah,
power
that's
up.
my ideal
Yeah.
partner.
Yeah. You're going on like a first blind date and you just, would you consider yourself a gluttonous creature that resembles a penguin? How fond are you of hammers?
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10,
You much of a sucker? Or-
do you hit sea urchins on a daily basis? Didn't think so.
yeah. If
Absolute casual.
We're not compatible.
how comfortable would you be playing baseball with a spiky dude with a face on it?
We love
You
sea
know,
urchin
and
hours.
those
Put googly eyes on a sea urchin. Let's call it a day.
Oh man. Googly eyes on a sea urchin. I'd kill to see that in Smash.
I want that.
I
Can we
want
get
that.
that?
I want that as the playable character. You know.
Can we get this in highlight?
You know. So Smash 6 could not come fast enough. Get me Googly Eyes Sea Urchin.
Let's
That's-
go.
That's my
They're
favorite
gonna
character.
remove Game & Watch and put Googly Eyes Sea Urchin.
That would be a service to
Yeah.
everyone, I think.
When
To
are we
everybody.
getting wacky, inflatable, flailing arm tube man in Smash? That's my question. I'd
They
take
give
my
him
time. That
swords
one,
on
yeah.
either ends of his, and that's just
Exactly how he'd attack.
the most broken
Stationary
sword.
character.
Yeah, and speaking of like Smash 6, I feel like we're not a real Smash podcast until we talk about it. So, second episode is the best possible time to say, do you guys think we're getting Smash 6 or Smash Ultimate Deluxe next? Because I feel like both are realistic enough, right?
Yeah, I mean, we already have a super good, like, we share the same, like, Switch hardware with supposedly
That's
Switch
true.
2. So I imagine it could be very similar to Smash Ultimate.
Yeah.
I'm looking at, like, a deluxe version. I don't know if a remake is, like,
Fully
the
in
heart of
order,
the
yeah.
cards.
You know, honestly, I think they're gonna pull a Mario Kart and we're gonna get Smash 8. I think that's where
Yeah.
they're going with that. And then get this, Smash 8 Deluxe.
Oh,
Shoot, for the next
Oh, man.
for the next Nintendo console.
And then Smash Tears of the Kingdom. Calling it now.
I'm seeing.
Yeah, I think it purely is determined by like whether or not we get a Switch Pro. I think we get a Switch Pro or we get like a new console and all that because Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild are about at this point as far apart now as we are from a Smash 6 title, and those are like the big names, right? So like unless they're announcing something big to put a new, like, you guys really want to buy this product, it has Smash 8 Deluxe, the death of Lucas on it and all that.
Not Lucas.
So,
Dude, still dying for like, what was it? Spike Kids 3, the death of Lucas or whatever. Hey, whatever Boat said on stream. Pixels 2.
Pixels, no.
Pixels 2, the death of Lucas, man.
So
Love
I'm
what
a little
Prince
bit of a
saying.
nihilist on this one. I don't think we're gonna get another Smash. In fact, I think they're probably done for, like they're done with Smash for at least a while because the creator of the game stepped back and he's like, oh, I don't wanna make the game for at least a little bit. I'll come back eventually, but it's not gonna be anytime soon, is what I'm thinking.
At the
Unless
same time,
he
on his
dies.
But
Which
I'm
would be
definitely
tragic.
seeing later in the future, we're definitely getting Smash 12 Bowser's Inside Story. It's gonna happen, I promise.
I mean, Sakurai on his gaming YouTube channel kind of soft confirmed how he wanted to retire from Smash, but they brought him back for the next upcoming working title. How long that is in the future, I don't know, but I'm really hoping for a Smash 6. I really want more changes than would warrant for a deluxe, because this game, like, I don't think balance patches would fix everybody's enjoyment of the game. Like, we'd be hype about it for a few months, and then we'd go right back to crying our way home
Salty
about
tears,
Steve
yeah.
and me with Pithra and all that.
The way I
So
see
I'd
it
love a Smash 6,
is
genuinely.
Masahiro Sakurai. He's like the Harrison Ford of like video games, right? They
Yeah.
they won't let him die. He wants to go retire. He wants to be done. They will not let him rest in peace. They
Right.
keep dragging him back out of the trench. Make another Smash, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey.
He has to pay $5.99.
Yeah.
The Joe Biden of video games, because he loves ice cream.
He just wants chocolate ice cream. Is that such a crime?
Yeah. Oh man, like for a next Smash title, Deluxe 6 or otherwise, what are some like wish list items that we have as the top players of the scene? All of us top players, by the way.
Absolutely.
You know, all of you out seating
Uh-huh.
me here. I'm just doing my best to sit among the greats. We have the best cumulative opinion of what Smash needs. So what does Smash need? Right here now. I'm talking like characters. I'm talking mechanics. I'm talking, everything. We need a new everything, right?
I think we need showers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Implement those,
Add
please,
show-
Sakurai. Please.
You know how Ring Fit Adventure did their best to get you to exercise? They give a Joy-Con add-on that catches water in like a little bucket it, and judging by the weight of the water, they know how long you've been in the shower, and they like give you money.
Give me the
or
Min Min
gold.
attachment, the new Min Min DLC where you can use your actual arms to punch in the air to
Literally, no, that's
Min
the
Min.
only change they're
That's
gonna
the
make in the
only-
next game is that
It's
that
so-
Min Min is now motion control only.
It's so heat. It's so heat.
It's quite simple. These motion controls really do a backflip to up special.
It's very human.
The design is very human. Oh man, I'm curious to know your guys' take on like new characters. Like everybody's talked DLC and all that, so this is your chance to say, Smash Ultimate DLC should have been this, because I would have killed for another Sonic rep. I mean, I've talked so much with some people about like, imagine an Eggman Tails character that's the same, but like they have the different skins to kind of go off Sonic Adventure 2, the light dark mode, whatever. That'd be cool. I'd kill for an Amy Rose character. I'd play Amy so fast. Time manipulation hammer character. I know something that'd be like right up that person's alley as I eye down Beta very, very much here. You know?
so
You're telling me Amy Rose can summon the world? You gotta prove it.
That's true. There's only one person that overtakes Amy, and that's like Shadow, because Shadow has a gun. And fun fact,
Let's go.
he can shoot most of the Smash cast.
True.
And sure, Amy can stop time, but can she stop bullets?
Probably not.
No.
Hear me.
That's not how it
A lot of
works.
people, when they're talking about, I want a new Smash character, they go to the simple ones. I want Master Chief. I want Jonesy Fortnite. I want Crash Bandicoot.
I feel targeted.
So you hear those like basic. Everyone says those three, almost exactly those three. I never hear Ratchet and Clank brought up. What a heat idea! But Sakurai hates cool things.
Ratchet and Clank
If
would
I
go
can't
hard.
have Ratchet and Clank going commando as my favorite video game of all time. I love Up Your Arsenal because it's a sex reference, guys. Let's fucking go.
To be honest, I think like the Knight from Hollow Knight would be a sick addition.
That would
That's
be.
heat, that's heat.
That'd be real. If like I'm ready for a canonical size Smash game and we just have Olimar and the Knight duking it out while everybody steps on them and they die. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick.
Yeah. No, the Knight's a really good answer here, actually. I'm a Skylanders boy that would have loved to seen Spyro.
Let's go.
Everybody wanted Crash Bandicoot. The second Crash gets confirmed, Spyro's out the door as a sister series. So I was like, don't announce Crash. Don't do it. I want my silly purple yellow dragon.
Don't kill
That would
me.
have the most lame-ass moveset in the history of Smash Ultimate.
Fire.
But he's
Just as
Spyro.
Yeah, I love Spyro from Skylanders.
I love
It's so-
Spyro.
Not from Spyro's event.
I love Spyro from
From
Skylanders.
Sky-
Big fan
Skyrim.
of Donkey Kong from Skylanders Nitro Racing.
I
Dude.
still think we were robbed of Funky Kong. Like, you
No.
know,
Funky Kong would have been sick.
Yeah.
Bare minimum Echo Fighter material.
literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man,
Be so sick.
that would have been cool.
Literally just give him like sunglasses. Just Donkey Kong
Okay.
sunglasses.
Yeah.
That's all you need, really.
Hear me out. We got like the 3 links. I'm ready for like more characters to get the Link Trinkment. So like,
Trinkment.
take out Young Link. Young Links can be done with. Make like
I think we need more
Toon
links.
Link. Give Toon Link a Wind Waker moveset, right? And we can like give Mario the Link Treatment and add in like Paper Mario, right? Like that'd be pretty sick. Just completely revamp.
I mean, they
a whole lot
already
of
did.
the
You
original
got
cast.
Mario, you got Green Mario, you got Mario with a coat on. It's just
Yeah,
the same character.
a fat purple yellow Mario.
Yeah. All I'm saying is if I gotta add one balance change to the game, make Isabelle playable, please God. Listen, my Isabelle body pillow's been going cold. I can't play that character.
Oh,
No!
Dude, the jar of lard
The
has
jar.
been on a dry streak. There hasn't been any additions.
Oh, man.
Not
Probably get
good.
banned from Weaver State Wildcat.
Yeah. Well, that's still up in the air, but
Yeah, yeah.
that's like the big heat thing to get to, right? So we'll
We'll
save
make
that
it, we'll
for
make it.
later. Yeah, like a new gen Pokemon trainer would be cool. Like take out the Squirtle, Ivysaur, Charizard, and get in like a new gen.
That
Or
would be
even
so
better,
sick.
like the whole part about Pokemon trainers, it's like, oh, it's Gen 1, it's the original Pokemon. Okay, what if we get Bulbasaur, Charmeleon, Blastoise, and even keep the evolution lines, just switch up their like
Hear me out.
things?
We
Like
need,
that'd
we
be
need
cool.
we need the Cinderace, Inteleon, Rillaboom line, right? You got the one with the gun, the grass monkey. And,
Grass monkey.
Grass monkey.
That funky
Yeah.
monkey. All my
And-
homies know about Brass Monkey.
You can have Ronaldo. Like, it's the perfect
Cristiano
trio.
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo! I love
Bro, he would be the best character to be honest, by
Ronaldo's
far.
crazy.
Dude, his dash
Replace
attack is the
Trainer.
knee slide.
Replace Wii Fit Trainer with Cristiano Ronaldo, bro.
Replaces up B and he just drinks chocolate. That's all.
Modders, you know what to do.
I'll see you on game.
yeah.
I'll be there in 30 minutes.
They even kept Cristiano Ronaldo's neutral special cannon to Wii Fit Traino, the Ronaldo blast
Let's
of light energy that he
I
he
think I saw him do that
crucifies
one
all
time,
of his
actually.
haters with.
We can get the Echo Fighter Messi. He's not a fan
Messi,
fan.
Messi.
Messi. We got a Messi.
Incredible.
But you see how we can improve on our Pokemon trainer lineup.
Oh yeah,
I love Ronaldo.
I would have liked a Pokemon character for like the last DLCs of Smash, which is a hot take, and everyone's like, well, Sora was perfect, but at the same time, he's the friendship guy, and I don't know how much I like a friendship guy over. We could have had like Toxtricity, who's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Literally Pyramithra, but better. They got the 2 forms and all that. Like, get that character out of my game. I want them dead. I want to shoot them with a gun. You know, the weapon.
The one question I always have to people when they pick Sora is like, there's over 80 characters in this game, and you landed on Sora. Like, you're too far gone for therapy. I'm sorry. It's just how it works. Like,
I think we
Right.
need to put them down.
mental hospital level.
I'm with you on putting them down. Like,
yellow
balance-wise, put
treatment.
Sora
I'm seeing
down.
it.
Who gets brought up in the balance patches for, like, Smash 6? I want to see, like, a DK top tier. Like, that'd be pretty cool. Like, what are some other, like... We need to get these guys out of the limelight. We need to put these guys on the new pedestal. Give them a taste of the good juice.
Yeah.
Beta, say the thing.
DDD.
Yeah!
Let's
Make
go.
him faster. He's so
Oh.
cool. Please, just like a little bit.
Make
Just
him
slightly.
be able to drop through platforms with his neutral beat.
Oh, yeah,
like,
he
like
needs-
K. Rool.
Oh, that would have been sick.
No, it wouldn't.
That's such a small change. That would
Yeah.
go a long way.
It really would.
Yeah.
Instantly A tier.
You know, I already said it, but Isabelle, character's trash. I love playing Isabelle. Also Incineroar. Like, he's kind of mid, but I love Incineroar. He's funny.
Dude, Incineroar's like such a good bracket character. Like, you're putting no thought into your hard stuff. All of the energy that you have, you're just focusing on like, okay, they're in the scenario. What do they do next? And you just cover one of the options. There's like no execution.
It's
like,
so
think of why SkyJ popped off. I don't know. Did you guys watch the crew battle that was Mexico versus North America and Canada? Because SkyJ took like 14 stocks.
Canada doesn't exist.
It's crazy. And every single time he'd just cheese someone, the game would be over. He looks up and he hits them with like the, you know, like, oh well, guys.
What are you gonna do?
He gives the like the fat lip, the cheeks and all that, looks to the crowd with the shrug. Like, people's champ right there as everybody's maulding playing against the Incineroar. Like, I'd love to see Incineroar get some more like thought treatment in exchange for some like higher tier placement.
Just remove his neutral
agree
B,
with that.
and then I'm okay with the Incineroar. he does not need that move. That
No,
move
I
is
love Blarg.
the antithesis of precise gameplay. When he
I
goes,
love Blarg.
I think we should give it more iframes.
it needs more items.
I think he should spin until you let go of the button, and you have the ability to just.
Dude,
Hear me out. I can
Spin.
become
That's what I'm saying.
the spinning Crash Bandicoot character I always wanted to be.
Put
Yeah.
it like Simon and Richter's jab, where you could spin the joystick
Yeah.
around. Like, you have
Yes.
to hold B and then spin the joystick around for you to
Hear me
actually
out. When
spin.
you move the joystick, he just moves the direction that you go. So you hold neutral B, you press up, and he just takes flight helicopter style
And then
as you chase
When
everybody.
when is Tasmanian Devil getting in Smash? That's my question.
Oh, Taz
Give
would be
me
sick.
multi versus Taz in Smash. No.
Yeah.
On release, not current. I want the one where you're just inhaling airplane glue constantly. Yeah, I just like entering a lobby. It's my favorite.
Yeah. Are there any other like balance changes, like wish lists for like Limelight characters that we can think of? Because I mean, Skerdoink, you're a bottom tier hero of the Weber State Smash. You know, how would
what
you
can I
like to
say?
see K. Rool at the top, like he was in Week 1 of Ultimate?
I mean, I feel like people complain about K. Rool's belly armor like a lot, but I don't know. I think he kind of fits as like a D tier, but like if you play him right, then you know that
That's
he
fair.
does well. But
That's fair. Scrub killer characters are a necessity.
I believe that K. Rool is a very busted, like S++ tier character if you're against a bad player, because that character is entirely designed to be as dishonest as possible.
That's
if
true.
you can, like, it fits into his character as well, because K. Rool's a bad dude. He's a rootin' tootin' bad fella, but his entire game design and game plan is to just down smash your shield with no brain cells activated.
Yeah.
It's true.
And if it doesn't work the first time, you do it again, and then you do it the first time, the fifth time, and they never expect it the second time, the third time too.
Like when sour spot back air combos into another sour spot back air, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
How fun, how fun.
I think Kirby is a character that would really deserve a redesign and like a buff, because they haven't been good since 64.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They've been good enough. Right, and then Ultimate came around. They gutted him.
Or like the worst character in the game in Melee.
Despite being
I know that,
Sakurai's
like-
honored one, this character has been trash for the longest time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish Daira was here, because like he talks about this stuff a lot. He puts a lot of thought into it.
Love you,
and I know
Ethan.
Yeah.
A lot
I think like for a new Smash game, like Kirby revamp, yes, but hear me out. Just like the entire original cast, just completely redo their movesets to something new and original and fresh to play, because everybody just knows Mario's hold up and press the A button, whether that's tilt, air, smash, doesn't matter,
I think you
right?
just described
Yoshi's
half
the
the cast
Nair
right
bot,
there. Yeah.
like always has been, always will be. I need a complete change. I want Yoshi to be a lovable character. I want Yoshi to be a lovable character.
That's so true.
That'd be so sick. That'd be so healthy for the game, right?
So major takeaways, Jeffrey Epstein, I hope you get in Smash, please.
Oh my god. What about like new mechanics? What do you think? Because like Rivals 2 is on the horizon, and they introduced like ledge specials, pummel special, get up special, which is like really, really cool. Is there anything that Smash is missing in terms of a platform fighter that would like elevate it gameplay wise and to a new atmosphere, you know?
You know, I'd like to see the mechanic where they remove Bayonetta.
That's amazing. I'd like to see my own mechanic. Whenever you pick Yoshi or Ness, the game just closes. That's all you need.
Yeah.
There's a really neat mechanic in Rivals of Aether where as soon as you hit someone, you can start fast falling rather than like fast
Hit
before
falling
the
would be
move.
so cool.
That would be such a good addition to Smash, and I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Like, it made combos so much like easier, and like you can get a lot more.
Yeah, and it's like so much flashier too, because it turns it from a I've labbed this out into a I got a hit, do I just on reaction like fast fall and go for something crazy here? It's like built-in mix-ups that you don't have to think about, which is just saucy. Like that's always saucy. It doesn't matter what you do with it. It's
We're
Yeah.
talking sweet and sour, like, we're talking about the sweet and sour Panda Express sauce, just making sure.
yeah. Dude.
Polynesian sauce.
Maybe,
Polynesian?
yeah. You get me.
No, I have a brother whose taste. He ate the coconut shrimp from Panda Express and goes, "This is the best shrimp I've had in my entire life."
$6
And I'm like,
shrimp.
"You would? It's straight sugar." Like, is there anything that just needs to be completely over-tuned, just made sweet, lovable, completely impossible to hate in terms of Smash? Is it like character design? Is it like movement? Like, what needs to be overhauled to such an extent that like you just go, guys, I think that my favorite visually looking game has got to be Elden Ring. Like, well, no, duh. Right? Like, what's Smash's like wins first in every category that it should have?
I think a good single player experience that's like cinematic. You got all these characters.
That's valid.
Please.
For as much as everybody that played it does not shut up about Subspace Emissary, dude, Emissary 2 would go crazy. I'm with you on that. That's actually a really good take.
I'm pretty upset with the way the mini games are in Smash now. They're terrible. Like, you
True.
got Century Smash, 100-Man Smash, Brutal Smash. They're the same thing. It's the same thing with different skins. It's the exact same experience every single time you play. Classic mode is a little bit better, but it's still nowhere near like original classic modes, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I was a 3DS gamer.
I was gonna say what Smash game did minigames really well was the like 3DS.
The 3DS
you had like the
was cool.
hockey one. You You had the one where you're just like a literal Godzilla on a rampage, wreck literally everything, get the shiny flashing colors, be stronger.
It's amazing.
That was really fun. Yeah.
Shoot, I forgot.
Thanks for the contribution.
Speaking of Smash 4, bring back custom moves. Bring back
man.
customs.
My God,
And I'm not
Colby.
saying specials. Here's what I think would be really beneficial. Imagine this, right? The characters that are like that have the most iconic moves. Take your Mario up airs and whatever, right? Give like 3 or 4 moves, but they're not specials. They're just random moves. Each character has different ones that you can adjust. Mario, like, I think being able to choose whether or not you have Flood or a different down B would be crazy. Whether or not you want the combo or maybe like a situational kill up air like Zelda would be cool. And you choose like 3 or 4 moves of each character and give them 2 to 3 variants around them. And so long as you have an open mind about the balancing, which everybody knows the custom moves for Smash 4 were not. It's just like, oh, this is a fire move. Give it an ice, wind, and physical variant, and they were done.
An offshoot of that, actually. I wish the removal of all links, Dr. Mario, and just do that. Like, make the specials changeable, make some of the dash attacks or things that make the different links the links, and swap those around.
Yeah.
Allow the ability to swap, like, aerials or dash attacks or special, like, everything.
Maybe a way to do it is like, oh, this one is an aerials character and you can change your aerials. This one's a tilts and normals, and this one's like a smash attacks. This one's a specials. How crazy would it have Donkey Kong like to be a real Smash grappler and give him alternate throws that do different effects and stuff? Like, that'd go nuts. That'd go hard.
That would be
is
really
all I'm saying. DK's not hard enough. He needs to be made harder.
Wait.
That's true.
You can't say DK needs to be harder. You're gonna scare all the 3 DK players. The crayons and glue that they're just violently shoving up their nose. They can't keep up with his brain power.
Yeah.
I wanted to add one more thing.
Yes.
Target smash, individualized for each character.
That'd be so nuts. Beefy Smash dudes put so much effort into like custom stages that they put up for like individual characters and stuff. That'd go so different. Didn't Melee have it, right?
Yes, Melee has it. I played them, and they're so neat. I really wish they didn't get rid of that.
Like utilizing a character's like speed and range, but also unique movement mechanics and other things like that would be phenomenal. Yeah. Give us like just best of every Smash game, right? Individualized target, subspace emissary, Smash 4 mini games. Like, give us everything. Like the big meme for the longest time is Smash is a $60 game and pro players play $15 worth of their game.
If that.
Yeah, right?
Hear me out. I always complain, or I hear people complain when they lose to a DLC when they're playing like Lucina or something. Like, I paid $5.99, you paid $60. Who's really winning here? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. In this new Smash 6 world, who would you guys want to play? If you could detach yourself from your biases of, you know, the characters that you've loved because you've played them for so long, like, which characters would be the characters, you know?
I don't know. If any of the main, like, if any characters get redesigned, I'm completely open to, like, experimenting with those guys. But honestly, I think DDD has my heart.
DD's got you in a lock.
Cool.
Dude, if Sephiroth comes back, I'm sorry, he's just got the big sword. I don't need anything else. But, like, hear me out. Like, new Mii archetypes. I like Mii's. I'm a Mii Brawler player.
So no friends.
Like, imagine, like, Mii Mage or something like that. Some new archetypes with better designs.
That'd be
Like,
neat.
I think that'd be cool. I'd be a Mii player there. The other one is if keep Toon Link in the game and completely design him around, you know, being unique to Toon Link, which is, you know, Spirit Tracks, Wind Waker. I'd love to play that Link because I love his, like, movement and his floatiness in Smash. But they really did just moveset copy and paste. So yeah, Wind Waker moveset Link, I'd be really fast to play.
I think if Isabelle was actually like a viable character, no doubt in my mind, I would play that character. I don't even like Animal Crossing, but the idea of just hitting people with pots and umbrellas is funny to me. But for like a subtle like nod joke, give his rock back, please, Sakurai. I want Charizard's rock back.
Rock was such a cool move.
I want rock back.
That's so good.
That's all I'll need. I'll play Charizard tonight if Rock comes back. I need Dwayne in my life again.
I need to crush
I miss
Dwayne
her.
into bits and pieces and
I miss
scatter
her,
him
man.
along my opponents.
I'm about to go on a tweet longer, talking about how I miss her. Change my Discord profile picture to like a sad Bart Simpson profile picture.
Yeah.
Talking about how I miss Rock.
Oh man, Skerdoink.
Yeah.
Dream character to play in Smash 6.
Honestly, like out of the original cat or like out of the cast we have right now, or just
Sure, just like, who would you play if
I think
you got
honestly,
a dream version
I
of
think
him,
a
essentially?
Hollow Knight, like
Okay.
Yeah.
would be kind of sick. Even if it wasn't the Hollow Knight, maybe if it was Hornet or something, just
Yeah.
another one of those characters.
The
think of-
little ambient being,
Yeah.
Yeah. The creature type. You like playing creatures, not characters.
That's true. Creatures are funny.
All I'm asking is when is Clash of Clans Wizard pulling up?
That's what I'm saying.
Electro
Dude.
Wizard! Yeah! Give me Electro Wizard so I can just shout at people, electricity! Every time I
Slap.
That's all I'm saying. We need Electro Wizard.
Oh man, that'd go different.
Now I'm thinking of an assist trophy of the Goblin Barrel.
I can't wait for the redesign for the Goblin
Log.
Barrel to just look like me. That's all I'm saying.
Log assist trophy. Log item.
Oh man, dude, you know how like Framemakers have the assist that you can call in? The log assist.
Hear me out. Give me a
That'd be so
fighters
sick to
tag team type beat where you can pick a separate character and one move. Dude, fighters tag team assists are crazy.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. We kind of have that with like Squad Strike, but not that well.
No.
It's like cool, but it's not like too well implemented. Yeah. That's a lot of Smash 6 talk, and I want to get to some of the pre-promised stuff, like reoccurring segments, potentially. I got a quiz for you guys next month, but this month we have Smash Speculative Superlatives. In high school, how everybody got the, top of the, I'm the most likely to become a teacher, and I'm the most likely to cure cancer. I want you guys to convince me why your main deserves to be in that, high school highlight reel. And I want to start things off in the strongest way possible. Convince me why your main is best suited for president. Why is your main best suited for president? And I'd love to get the ball rolling here. Let's just do like minute, 2 minute each. Not too much conversation. Hear me out. Sephiroth has great morals and policies. He's a very kind man.
He's a little racist, but it's okay.
He can enforce laws such as the Genova Convention.
True.
I made a pun. That is
Let's go.
really, really good for his runnings right now. I've said it for why I'm maining him in Smash 6 if he makes the return. He does have the biggest sword.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think of evolution, and it's always survival of the fittest, and, the most alphaist male gets to lead the pack and all that. If having the biggest sword doesn't tell you that he is
This is not
the
an
perfect
Nintendo.
candidate, then I don't know what to tell you. And judging by that same kind of factor, he tall.
Yeah.
He tall, like Palutena is a character, and they go, her weakness is that she's tall, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm taller than Palutena. I'm as light as Pikachu. I'm all of these things. If it's not gonna work for him in Smash, it'll definitely work for him in his presidency. Didn't you see how Ron DeSantis literally had like those heels, right? He got those yee ass shoes that everyone's like, he's totally wearing heels. Sephiroth doesn't need it. He's tall, and if he like really needs some extra height, he just floats, and he's good like that. And that's my argument for why Sephiroth makes the best president.
Hear me out.
I think that's good.
So, we have Minecraft Steve.
Oh.
Hear me out. Can we get Smash 6, Smash 18? Can we get him voiced by Donald Trump? Please, can it happen? That's all I want. The Minecraft movie's coming out soon. It's not Jason Momoa, it's actually Donald Trump who's playing him. This is huge. So he's huge.
You got me thinking presidents and Steve.
Yeah.
I think you're up, Prince.
So-
Tell me why Steve is best president.
Hear me out. Steve builds walls. And you know who else builds walls? Donald Trump.
Oh man.
Not very
Oh,
effective
boy.
walls, to say the least.
Yeah, listen, they can be broken by a little bit of hard work, but
I have
he
a
builds
question
some
for
good
you.
walls.
What if the immigrants forward tilt the walls?
Minecraft Donald Trump simply responds with his own. He's got his minecart. He understands American politics, and he knows that one way to get things done is to run over those immigrants with a minecart. So, the major takeaway here, Minecraft Steve in Smash would be pretty cool. I would love to see him. He's pretty good. He's really good at Smash Brothers. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Let's make our way around.
Make Smash great again.
Let's make our way around the table. Ooh. Beta, we already know.
There's not even a table here.
He's already a king. You know, he's got all his kingly duties. I'm sure he could manage the small United States of America compared to Dreamland. That's like a whole world,
That's
you know? I think he's well qualified. He has a lot of citizens that love him. And when he lays down, you know, at the debates, he could just do that.
Peak male physique.
That's peak male performance. And if you disagree, you're wrong.
Biden's got shut up, man. DDD's got to sit on top of the podium and crouch.
Yeah.
Real. I do have a one thing that I need you to answer for DDD. If we went back to his old Brawl days, what are your answers to the allegations that he threw his followers for his side special? I don't want that being me.
Right. Those volunteers signed up for it. It was actually a paid internship.
Sting operation.
So, they got if they lived,
DDD Watergate scandal.
They
were
rewarded handsomely.
That Waddle Doo got its college tuition paid for by that side piece.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Skerdoink, King K. Rool. King is in his name.
That is what I'm saying.
You got another king to follow up.
That's true.
Why is he more
Okay, but
qualified?
so get this. K. Rool neutral B. He puts on a pirate hat.
Okay.
And so he's a pirate, and that's a One Piece reference.
Dude, it's real.
Dude, the One Piece is real. I've heard the rumors.
Have you heard the rumors about the one switch though? This is a real thing, Your Honor.
1-2 switch?
The one switch. It's real.
It is. Oh man.
We have yet to find it, but it's out there.
It's out there.
Oh man, it's somewhere. You guys better keep looking. Here, I'll check my Switch
You want
for
your
it, and
clips?
you guys check your guys's. And you don't have to touch my Switch because I'm trustworthy. I promise.
Right.
Is Pirate Hat what you got, Skerdoink?
Okay. That's not all.
Let's go. Let's hear it.
See, he has super cool magnetic powers. See, when he throws his crown, it just comes back to him, and that's pretty sick. I think that would be a good quality in a president.
Hear me out. His crown's got to be made of gold, right?
Probably.
Probably. I don't think gold's magnetic.
Well, that just means he has really cool powers.
Gold.
Okay, that's even cooler then.
Yeah, like
If he doesn't have magnet powers, that means he has gold powers, and gold powers are cooler.
He can manipulate gold and bring it all to the United States.
Oh man, our capitalist society would be
then we
thriving.
won't have inflation.
Yes! Hear me out. I got one last thing to add for the Minecraft Steve campaign. You've heard about it. It's pretty good. It's a good campaign. But in his games, Minecraft Steve, you know, he goes out and he goes to like a land, and he takes that land. He actually takes it, and actually when he takes that land, he declares himself the president of that land. So he's already a president. He's very qualified. He's very qualified, I would say. Thank you. Make Smash great again. Thank you.
Your voice reminds me of the narrator from Battle Block Theater.
Yo!
Oh my, yes!
I love the narrator. He's my favorite.
Good reference.
Yo, shout out my Battle Block Theater bros. Any Hattie Haddington
man.
fans?
I think that 2 minutes about around is good enough for you watchers at home to decide who won this Smash speculative superlative. If you guys are on the YouTube, hit it in the comments. If you aren't on the YouTube, go to it, Weber State Smash, and throw those in the comments, and we'll see who won next month.
If you
March,
don't vote
gonna be
for
huge.
Steve, you're racist. It's just that simple. That's how it works.
I said Genova Convention.
Hear me out. If you don't vote, you're racist. Minecraft Steve, he conquered the land and he declared himself the president. So
We've talked a lot about in-game things, so let's talk about Smash out of the sticks, right? Smash as a scene, Smash as a community. I'm curious to know your guys' take on the rule sets, right? Do we think they're at all good? If there's any changes, what would you make? And if we do make any changes, should those be applied to Weber, and Weber should have its own like little special circle, its own special place, you know? Because For one, I'm not seeing enough stage variety.
Yeah.
For as much as everybody goes to PS2, I know that me and Beta are on the banned PS2 train and watch them panic because that's awesome.
Yeah.
I see too much of that. And I think that as a spectator sport at heart, seeing the top players dominate with, Minecraft Steve and so little stages play into what makes a character good or not, could really use a little bit of a tweak, an adjustment, a little tune-up.
Tweak?
So-
Tweak like the player?
Like the one that talks.
As Utah's only, somewhat decent Steve, I'm trash at this game. I'll be 100%.
Yes.
Stage variety is a huge thing. Like, stage choice is a massive thing. Because if you pick the wrong stage, you just lose. It's just that simple. Like, you can do some outplay stuff, but, like, if you get Lilat, dude, it's only iron, and you're just done. You can't get anything. But, in that same vein, I also think that the stage choices are dumb because we have PS2 and Small Battlefield. I know they're very slightly different. They're very slightly different, but they literally are pretty much the exact same layout of a stage. So it is weird that we have two of the exact same stage. Same with Hollow Bastion, Smashville, but to a lesser degree because they're sort of different in a different way.
I think the moving platforms bring like a whole new big thing to capitalize on. Like the Gimvitational, Gimmers tournament, he had hazards on in his legal rule set for the Animal Crossing stages, Smash in Town, as well as Yoshi's Story, so that you can get Randall and the little Shy Guys and stuff. Like, maybe there's some variety to be held there.
Yeah. I definitely think hazards on is something that should have been explored a lot more. Like, I loved Smashville and Town and City in the older game in Smash 4. And it's really sad to lose that sort of variability in what happens during the game.
Yeah. Prince is right about like, the only differences between these stages is like the slight platform height and blast zone size. The crazy random aspect of the Smash and Town platforms are like pretty big. I think Kalos is pretty okay considering how unique its blast zone is because it's such a tall ceiling. Like, that's why people consider it as a counter pick. It's got the walls on top of other things too. I feel like Kalos is a good representation. Hate walls. Hate walls. Don't vote Steve. Minecraft is the best president. Hate walls.
It's a pretty good wall. It'll keep out all the
Yeah.
shadows.
I don't know if there's like any other things that can be really added in, but like for those moving platforms, imagine Yggdrasil's altar as a legal stage. I know that Pills is popping off right now for me mentioning Yggdrasil's because it's such a good stage. It genuinely is. I don't know why it's not legal. It might have a big blast zone size from what I like remember, but its platforms that float to the ceiling, come down, and its randomized layout is so unique and makes every game on it different instead of I'm chic on PS2, I go for Raindrop. It makes adaptability so much of a bigger factor than it already is in Smash, which is huge.
I'd like to raise the question, this wasn't really on the topics list, but what would you like to see for a competitive hazards on rule set? You already got your like PS2s, your Smashvilles, Town and Cities. What else is up there?
You're talking for like casual? Because you included PS2. You think...
No,
hazards on
PS2 used to be a legal stage with hazards on.
Right. Oh, yeah. Dude, if we're doing that...
Pokemon Stadium?
That one. Shut up.
Hear me out. WarioWare minigames. I want to see people smash the statue. I want to see them avoid the rain.
I'm with you until I die at 40 to a Steve F smash. Then I'm done.
Yeah, maybe rewards should be adjusted if that was something in the hands of Smash players that they could control. And it's like, obviously don't give the invincibility star or the huge power up, but maybe like a heal. I think the metal power up's a pretty cool one to get from that. I think that'd be something really fun to see in a hazards on rule set.
I think this is kind of an out of left field one, but it's one of my favorite hazards on stages. But you've got to be really careful with it because there's one part of the stage that if it were not there, I genuinely think this stage might have a really good shot of being legal.
I know what you're talking about. Say it with me. 3, 2, 1. Spring Stadium. Spring Stadium.
Spring Stadium has those little like rafters things, and for whatever reason, even hazards off, they stay. And it's one of those stages where I look at it and I'm like, long smash fill. I like it. It's cool. And the little spring pads with hazards on, they're not very strong, but they're so cool.
Yeah.
They provide, for characters who also don't have a recovery, there's the ones that give you a little boost, but it's a lot of different gameplay goals, if that makes sense. You play around the springs more than you play around the stage.
Yeah. And like, once again, that adaptability is huge, which is also kind of transition to my favorite stage that I'd love to see in a rule set like this, Frigate Orpheon. Yeah. I love Frigate. It's such a good stage. And if you have the flip too, like my Brawl memories of, Skerdoink's out of here.
I have to leave.
He has to leave.
Wendy's is calling me.
Wendy's is calling. All right. Well, thank you for joining the podcast, Skerdoink.
Thanks for having
We love you all so much.
Bye.
My final message to change the world.
Let me grab something else. Do you want to grab Riker or something?
Do we want Riker?
It's better to have 4, I think.
Grab Riker, why not? Yeah,
Right.
grab Cyrus. Grab Cyrus right now. Let's do it. Let's do it.
This is so real.
Yeah, improvising, guys. Much like our Smash tournament legal rule sets could use it, so could the podcast. Thinking
Now's
on
our
the
chance
fly.
to talk trash.
Oh, boo, PrinceHD.
Cyrus, bad.
When they watch this back, boo, those guys are like really good friends and they both deserve not to be happy and to be alone on February 14th in this upcoming month.
Okay, you got too real. You got too
Got to.
Yeah.
And they smell.
Alright.
Oh man, yeah, but dude, forget Orpheon. The good old days of playing Brawl with a single Wii remote.
Yeah.
I've never touched the shield button in my life,
Right.
and the stage flips, and I know what to do, and my siblings don't, and they die because they don't know to jump when the stage flips, is just gold, and I want to see that in a competitive rule set. Before we get too much on with the conversation, welcome to the mic, Cyrus. We are talking about rule sets, and at the current point of the conversation, how stages would play into them, and how we think Smash has gotten boring, and how we could spicing it up. And it was Prince that brought up hazards on rule sets.
Give me Fountain.
Fountain of Dreams would be sick.
That's my
That
favorite
would be so
stage.
cool, yeah.
I love it, except it's janky, but I love it.
The frame drops sometimes, but it doesn't matter,
I think
guys.
they fixed it in my
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Give Fountain of Dreams ray tracing. Yes.
I personally believe that without a couple of the summons, Midgar would actually be really cool.
Yes.
Midgar would be pretty sick.
There's a couple.
The fight for you spirits, I say no, but like the split the stage in half,
that's
the
the-
tilts, it's really cool, and I'm with you on that.
Wait, do you guys like, because there are a couple, I think the main stage that changes in the game is Town with the platforms. Do you guys like that, or do you guys not like that?
We like
I
that.
love that.
So
I love that a lot, so that's why I like Falcon, is because it'd be like Battlefield, but the platforms, like...
another one I
Yes.
just barely thought of. Why do we not have Hollow Bastion on this list?
Yeah.
The only
It's-
stage without a hazard to not show up in hazards on.
Yeah. I don't know why they took away the super cool visuals.
'Cause
Probably because it just looks like a stage morph, and people spectating would get confused.
Yeah, I think it's good that we don't have it. I think they look sick. They're kind of distracting, because people complain about Northern Cave a lot.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the biggest thing too, is because we have the differences between like Smashville and Hollow and Northern Cave versus Kalos. Like, which one do we use?
It's the same picture.
It's
Yeah.
the same picture.
Which one do you like more, Northern Cave or Kalos?
Oh, Kalos for sure.
I like Kalos.
I like wall jump, but the platforms are lower, and they're lower, so Sheik up smash hits. So that's like the only reason I like.
You said wall jump, and you know what I immediately thought of.
Like,
I love this.
Northern Cave has so much visual clutter. You're trying to focus on the stage. You have like a ship flying in the background, the entire world imploding, and it's like, okay.
One of my
cool.
favorite stages visually is Dracula's Castle, but it's so dark at the
It's-
same time. I think that's why like Mementos layout-wise would be such a cool one to bring up into the conversation here. But it's genuinely I find it hard focusing on characters, which when you have hazards on is a good thing because it's like, oh, the train's there, oh, this wall's there. But when you're trying to focus on characters and stuff, it's really easy to get lost in the onslaught of visual stimulus.
Yeah.
For sure. Bring back Poke Floats.
It's never
Is
happened.
that the only stage that's not in Ultimate that's
I'm pretty sure.
Everybody's
There's-
here except for Poke Floats.
Yeah, there's also the stage, the Donkey Kong stage from Smash 4 with the background stage.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that stage isn't in there. It's gone.
Yeah.
All I'm
I think-
saying is I need to know what the monthly bet is so I can.
Oh, Cyrus, you want to get in on the monthly bet?
Yeah.
Not related to stream, throughout the month of February, within 2 seed brackets, how many upsets are we getting for the month of February?
So within 2 seed brackets, what does that mean?
That means
So
like
2 seat positions. So
Yeah,
I'm
2 seat
ranked
positions.
8 and someone's 9, 10. The person who's 11 would, if I beat them, I would upset, or not other way around. Sorry,
Yeah.
other way around. If that person beat me, that's an upset.
Okay.
how many upsets?
There's not gonna be that many, I don't think, for this. It's like probably like in
There's
how many
4
tournaments? A whole
tournaments.
month?
4.
Probably should say like 8.
Okay.
Eight's a good middle
He's a
of the road
medium.
number for the ones that we got. I'm the high guess this time
I
around
thought
with
I was going to
14.
be high guess.
Because I'm like the 2 placement. Because I'm like if 1 beat 3 in the tournament, that's not or 3 beat 1 in the tournament, that's not crazy. Whereas like if like 7 beat 2, that's a bigger thing, and that usually doesn't happen a ton.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think, and like round 1 upsets are like
Here's-
we get
here's-
those like every other month maybe.
Here's what I'm banking on. February 6th, the Ken Garf event goes on, and me and Edge do our best to recruit all of the high school players that are going to be there to the Smash Weeklies. Those guys, how are they going to be seeded? Because if so, I see so many upsets happening there, especially if we get some good players like you, Cyrus, and Prince were. So
Let's go.
that's what I'm saying.
Because I was talking to you before about like random stats from Smash tournaments.
Yeah.
I have the highest upset of any Weaver
Hear me
tournament
out.
ever.
I want to
Yeah.
start another bet. How many high scores am I going to tell I made Dr. Mario?
Yeah, we do got the quiz coming up next month. I plan on it being there, and we're gonna get a whole bunch of new reoccurring segments that we're gonna try to make work. Do you want to get in on the Smash speculative superlatives and tell us why your main would make the best president?
She blows up planets. She has a spaceship. she
I don't think that's good
she
for
has
our.
a spaceship.
She does
I
have a
rest my
spaceship.
case.
She says, I'm about to blow.
If she doesn't get elected,
Okay.
there's no saying what'll happen to her.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, she
Oh,
knows
okay.
how to be
President,
elected.
no!
All right.
Or else
I
the
think
purpose
that's your
gone.
argument. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, leave it in the comments whether or not Cyrus's argument is stupid and dumb.
Make sure to like, comment, and ring that bell.
All
Yeah.
I'm saying is if the Martians have the death beam pointed at like Earth, I don't want a single person other than Samus to deal with that.
Who's
That's
dying
fair.
first to the Martian death beam? It's definitely me. I'm target number 1. Like,
Or do they think you're not a threat because you're at toddler
Because I'm a
levels of
motion-
intellectual?
How would the death beam taste? I have to know.
oh, I gotta.
Do you run towards the death beam and go, oh, it's like grape nerds? It's,
Let's go. What is a death beam? Can I eat it? Therefore, you're wrong.
oh, man. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, back to the topic at hand, which is stages. Do we think that Weber State should have a different and quirky, quirked up white boy go to with the sauce rule set that should kind of stand out in the same way that the Gimbitational did with the hazards on, in the same way that a lot of side brackets do? Maybe we let the special side bracket be its own thing, but we love the diversity of the side brackets. Until we find a side bracket that is the most fun that anyone's ever had playing Smash, I don't think we do a side bracket
A set one.
like 2 times over the course of 2 weeks. We always change it up, right?
Yeah.
So does Smash's main bracket deserve special treatment for its rule set?
Personally, I think yes. Do you mean like globally or just here?
Here.
Here?
We start here. And
Yeah,
then
we start here and we work our way up.
Expand.
Yeah.
Power of German technology.
I definitely think we need to, we should do a different rule set for Weber because it doesn't really matter here.
That's fair.
Like
not
we're a
yeah.
troll bracket. Nobody takes it seriously.
Yeah, no one takes it serious regardless. Smirky counterpicks to Mario Maker every day of the week.
Listen,
And
you haven't seen a Prince HD set unless you've seen me on Magicant. That's all I'm saying.
All I'm saying, you've never seen someone win a best out of 3, like 6-0. Unless it's a Weaver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I think there's definitely, it would definitely be really cool to see like on the highlights, like different like combos that happen on different stages with these like hazards or different stages that we choose to do.
Especially when it comes to the stream, like top 8's usually always streamed, and top 8's also usually always the same people, and those are PS2 players.
Yeah.
Like talking with Edge last month about how much we see Smirky, Kofu, Palu Game & Watch Grands, that we have to reach so hard for something new to talk about. It would be a big refresher for the enjoyment of just watching the streams, watching the highlights, and playing in general.
I have next month's bet how many games at PS2 or how many games off of PS2. how many times?
That'd be funny.
I'm thinking, Pat, like on every single tournament, I don't think I've counterpicked off of PS2 for 2 months. I don't think I've done it.
Cyrus, you're the problem.
I am
You're the problem.
I'm so faithful to PS2. I would never cheat on her.
I'm not part of the banned PS2 train, simply just as a defined stage, but I'm part of the banned similar stages. I already mentioned it. Small Battlefield, Hollow Bastion, Northern Cave. Gotta go. They're the same stages as like already legal stages. Slight differences, but they're the same layout.
I was gonna say a couple things because we're talking about changing rule sets. What in the current rule set do we think would be the easiest couple of things to change? I like Small Battlefield and I like Hollow a lot, but I think Hollow and Smashville are a little too similar, and that's where I think like my idea is I think we should have Smashville be hazards on because the moving platform is sick and I love that.
I'm part of like the one or the other. Sorry, Beta. I kind of have to do it.
It's all
But either you can ban, if you ban like Hollow Bastion, it'll ban Hollow Bastion and Smashville, or you ban like Northern Cave, and it'll ban Kalos and Northern Cave. Because they're the exact same stage. In my eyes, they are. Like, sure they have, there's a wall on one of them, or like, it's the same thing. I've talked about it a lot.
I see where you're coming from.
It's same card, different engine type beat, where it's, or other way around. But the entire stage is almost exactly the same on layout. You know, same garbage, different dumpster. You know.
Yeah, I'm with you on like the add hazards to the Animal Crossing stages would be cool. I think an introduction of a new rotation of stages would be sick too, because for as similar as a lot of stages are, I think that we could realistically like get rid of Hollow in exchange for something like completely new. Imagine the King of Fighters Stadium as a counterpick.
I would love that. I'm
you
a
see,
K-Luff enjoyer.
There's like the crazy stages that are so inconsistent that it's hard to ever call something that happens on it skill. At the same time, the King of Fighters Stadium is consistent. It's just completely unique in its gimmick. And how you play around that, I think, is a same test of skill as any of the more standard stages. Because like, imagine King of Fighters counterpick.
I agree,
right?
but also
Right?
like the characters who are going to be pretty decent without their recovery. Like if their recovery is bad and they're already pretty decent, imagine them on a stage where you never have to recover. That's crazy. Most characters will never even use their up B. Think like Isabelle or someone like that, or Villager Isabelle will never ever use their up B or a single special like that in KOF. And like characters like Mac will suddenly go from pretty bad to pretty good real fast.
And it's like DDD, if he doesn't have a ledge, actually the worst character in the game.
That's fair.
I was like, oh, you're a WarioWare fan? You're about to say legalize WarioWare? And I was like, that's a minorly hot take. And then you poured gasoline on it and said King of Fighters Stadium should be legal.
I'm just here to open the can of worms, right? Just to kind of invite like breaking your. Everybody says like legalize WarioWare because it's funny, whatever. We were talking about how WarioWare mini games would be so cool to see in a tournament setting or whatever. How fast can you chisel it? Can you avoid the cat?
I think there's like side bracket stages, and I think like a WarioWare hazards on and like King of Fighters are on that. But if we're talking like a consistent thing that we could switch for the main bracket that most people would be happy about, I'm trying to think stages like Fountain, WarioWare hazards off.
I stand by Frigate Orpheon to the death.
Frigate, which one is it? No, it's not. Is it Castle Siege? The one that's been on certain ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
What other ones?
Spring Stadium fans.
Stadium.
Good.
Get rid of the rafters. Spring Stadium is actually probably going to be legal.
Hazards off, are they still there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's crap.
That's why it's probably not legal. Also, just because it's a massive stage, but mostly the fact that those little rafters stay hazards on or off.
I think to really mess with people, if you really wanted like an April Fool's bracket, I think we should do the bracket, but instead of PS2, we play PS1.
No one will notice.
That's what I'm saying. But that'd be so funny.
You get your modded Switch and only change PS1, PS2, and see how long it takes
We
to.
could just do that.
Just
I would
swap.
Yeah,
the
no, like,
position.
yeah, just. Mm-hmm.
I would just swap the data pack for each file.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm
PS2
thinking.
and it's PS1.
Yeah,
That's goated.
that'd be
We need
hilarious.
to do that.
I think one thing that we could change is doing like full DSR, so you can't play on one stage more than once.
That'd be kind of cool.
We already have like 7 stages on the legal rule set already.
Right.
Yeah, I think that there's only a couple of times where I've thought about it and that's mattered, and one of them was because we get 3 bans, but there's a couple characters that are like crazy on certain stages, like Steve and Kazuya specifically, or like
Yeah.
specifically Kazuya, because you have to ban FD every time, you have to ban
Smashville.
and you have to ban Hollow, and Small Battlefield's also like a crazy stage for them because they still get the platforms and you still have to interact with them. Where like Kalos and Town are still broken for them, but they're like more manageable because you have space to run away and stuff. But even then, you get 3 bans, and that's like the 2 first tech stages, FD because it's FD, and then they get Kalos where the entire middle 50% of the stage is FD, Town which is 50% of the time it's FD, and Smashville or Small Battlefield which is just like Smashville but without the middle tiny bit.
I think with the more stages though, I think we might be able to handle that a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree.
Increase the number of bands.
Yeah.
And
Increase the number of bands and stages, or are we talking stage rotation here? That's an
I
interesting.
don't know. We'd have to put it to paper.
That's true.
I would worry though, because you'd be like, oh, let's add Yoshi's, and
No.
as far as I'm like aware, Yoshi's is one of those stages where you're not actually outplaying your opponent, you're outplaying the character. Like, if you have a ZSS on that stage, free eats. It's not even difficult. But also, flip side of that coin, Minecraft Steve, forward chauffeur to forward air, you're dead at 40 on the heaviest character. It's happened before, and it's gonna happen again.
Right.
I assume me and Beta have both committed war crimes on Yoshi's.
Oh yeah.
I have. Yeah. The
Yeah.
worst is when people counterpick me there, though.
That's funny.
I'm like, dang.
That's just
They
sad.
don't know.
Yeah. Are there like any other stages, or even just entirely new avenues to open for making a revamped rule set? Because like we could maybe touch items or Final Smash meter or ball, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna make everyone in the audience annoyed with one word. Lilac. Do you guys like Lilac?
I hate Lilac.
It's weird. I like Lilac.
I regret
I don't
inviting
like
him onto the
these
podcast now.
I think Lilac's one of the most interesting counter picks in the game because it's the only stage with 3 platforms, but they all are similar height. And the only annoying thing is there's certain characters that are broken on the stage. Like Pikachu is insane.
Yeah.
And like the Buzz Rose clip just smacking into the ledge. The ledge is awful. But if it didn't have that, I think it'd be an amazing stage.
I think that slants suck. I hate slants.
Yeah.
Slants are bad.
As much as I shit talk Steve on that stage, you guys do not want slants. If you get minecarded on a slant, it doubles the speed.
Oh, yeah.
You go straight to Brazil.
And the bottom blast zone is one of the highest in the entire game.
Oh, yeah.
Stage 2, so you just die.
Like, I'm not even kidding. Anywhere above 100, unless you're Koleoman, you're dead. I'm sorry. It's just how it works.
Yeah.
I like that though. We should do that one week and test it and see how much complaints we get.
I think you should find the exit.
We'd get a new record.
Yeah.
We'd get a
That's what I'm saying.
record.
It'd be really funny. And I'd finally get me off of PS2. That's all I'm saying.
This is
No,
a trade-off
just
for...
ban PS2. People's listening, start banning PS2. Do it just to be an anarchist at your local tournaments.
When Beta did that,
Stick it to the
versus
man.
me, and when Tendo starts doing that versus me now, I hate it. I can't. I just mash the button the second I get out of the windscreen. Whether I win or lose, it's back to PS2.
We need a change.
I always say invite chaos into your life. Like, make your life interesting, but not with Lilac. That's like injecting heroin straight into your veins and be like, I guess it'll work.
Oh, I love Lilac.
It's one of those stages where I can't stand it.
No, I'm with you on the hate Lilac train.
But have you played Lilac in 4 though? That's awful.
Listen.
That's really awful.
As a member of the human race, drinker of water, eater of bread, I played Pit in 4. Like every single other person, that character free eats on my lat. I'm not trying to have that again.
I just want to try it one time and see what goes wrong.
Yeah, let's just try heroin one time. Like,
Nothing could go wrong.
don't be the in moderation guy.
One game of Lila won't hurt anybody.
Just one more game, man. Just one more game.
I feel like we're getting to circles when it comes to this. So our final topic for the night is the hypest that we got. The name for the podcast is at stake. Weber Smashculation is hilarious, and I think the more we stick with it, the more it's going to ring. But at the same time, I said it was a working title, and I'm a man of my word. So we have recommendations from the Weber State Discord. If you're not a part of it, go join, just for the sake of community and being wholesome and awesome. And I got people to react to their favorites. In here, I'm going to have each of you rank a name out of 5. We're going to add that score together, and we're going to add the number of reacts that it gets to, and that counts as points, right? And I guess the name with the highest amount of points by the end of this is going to have officially named the Weber State Smash podcast.
Unless someone randomly just finds something better.
Dude, at that point, I'm fine with you turning. I'm fine with you
Someone's
turning.
in a 3 a.m. like shower thoughts mood, and they're like, I got it.
Okay. If we're going to start from the top, no one here is allowed to vote on their own for reasons that I like. For one, we already have a lot of power giving up to 5 votes to a thing. You're not getting bias on your own. So let's start with mine. What do we think of Weber Smash Speakercast? Speakercast for the tagline.
It's a mouthful.
It is. I'm gonna.
You think
agree.
so? Oh, I like it because it's like alliteration on top of being. It has Weber, it has Smash in the name, and I feel like that's the brand.
That's
I
what
feel like
we're
it has to
going
include Weber, it has to include Smash, and like being tongue twisterish is fun. I do like it. Weber Smash Speakercast.
I think if I said that a lot, I would like it a lot more. But at the start, it'd be a bit rough. But then once you got it, then it would be bad.
Yeah, I mean we kind of got that going with Weber Smashculation right now, so. It's whether we just bandwagon one ship to another.
There's one reason why I haven't even attempted to say that name yet, is it's 100%. I'm gonna fumble my words. I'm terrible with like enunciating things. I have to like pause. That was a big word for me. I gotta pause for that one. Hold on. All right, we're good.
Let's start Cyrus. Out of 5, what would you give Weber Smash Speakercast?
Like a 3.
A 3?
Solid 3.
Okay. Beta?
I think 4. Because
4.
you're the only one who really has to say it.
That's
Wait, I changed my vote. It's alright.
that's amazing. Okay, 8 currently on the board.
I'm gonna go with a solid 3. It's a pretty inoffensive answer, but
3.
The name does not stick it for me yet.
'Kay.
Like shit to a wall, it's not gonna stick. You know.
That gives the voters here on the podcast a score of 11, and with 3 reacts, that brings it to a 14 to start off the round. Next up, we're going to be moving to Prince's suggestion.
Uncheck mine, mother.
I never checked yours to begin with.
It was
I checked
10.
everything, and I didn't realize that we weren't allowed to vote. So
I haven't checked this.
We're not voting on our own.
So I can do that right now.
No,
Like,
we're talking about the out of 5. You can't vote for your own.
Yeah, out of 5, you can't vote for your own.
I was like, I saw who just unchecked mine.
Tell me right
Die.
now, what do we think of the Wildcast?
I like it.
I think it's such a good tagline, but
It's really
it
good.
doesn't include Smash.
That's the only thing. Or like not even that, or esports. Just something like that.
Yeah, I really want to stand out from Weber State to be Weber State Smash, because we're really so much of our own entities. Like Tyler, the esports coordinator, is telling us that we have to do certain things at the current moment just because Weber State policies or whatever. But we operate so well within our own universe, our own atmosphere, that I feel like the easier dissociated we are from just Weber State, the better off we are. And Wildcast, that just rings Weber State to me, is the only problem I have with it. It is catchy as hell, though.
I'd like to explain the name at least a little bit. So the thing with Weber State Smash is there's a really important word at the very, very beginning of that. I don't know if you caught it. I'll repeat it again. Weber State Smash. It takes place at Weber. It is Weber centered. The goal is that yes, you want to be a separate entity, but as Weber Don't you dare. As Weber attendees, most of us, and just Weber State Smashers in general. Like, every stream we've ever had has started with Weber State Smash. So it's always been grounded in Weber. I also think that, like, Wildcast is so catchy as a name.
I'm with you.
But it doesn't include Smash simply because not everything we talk about on the podcast is going to be Smash related. It's going to be Smash focused, but not Smash related.
I'm going to do my best. We'll see how long we can go on for. And until that reigns true, then you can have the last laugh. But as it currently stands, we're Smash.
I really liked it. The only problem for me is I like it, and I'm fine with it not completely including Smash. I just don't know how the school feels about that.
That's
like, if the school would force us to change it or something like that randomly happened, if it got like big enough or something, to the point where they're like, oh, you can't have that, that would really suck.
I think it's more of a, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, but I do think it is legally distinct enough that they wouldn't be like, oh, that's clearly, because we're not including the name of the university itself, which I think is another big thing. Like, in Weber State Smashculation, it has Weber State in there, which is not...
I just say Weber Smashculation.
Yeah, I just barely attempted that. I'm definitely getting that wrong in the future. But it still has Weber's name in it, which could, in the same argument, lead down the road to, hey, you got to change that. Any of those...
All I'm saying is we might have to worry when like the people in the next room are coming up with their idea for the podcast and they come up with Wildcast.
Because anything related to Weber State podcast can be Wildcast. It doesn't have to be Smash.
Not to be confused with Wild Kratts, kind of a banger show, by the way. I'm
with you there. Wild Kratts, go check it. I think I'll start off the voting on Wildcast.
I'm judging you heavily, by the way.
I know. I love it. But for the sake of it being the future name for all eternity until we get something cooler, asterisk, I have to give it a 2.
Ooh,
I do love it.
That's rough.
I have to give it a 2.
I was going to say, for the sake of it having 9 votes already and me wanting the most interesting race possible, I'll give it a 2. I'm just kidding, I'll give it a 3.
Damn. This has got to be some type of race.
So we have a 5 from the podcast.
I donated to his.
I really like it because like it's going to be on Weber State Smash. People who are there are most likely going to know it's about Smash Bros. But at the same time, if there is a podcast that comes out, then it's probably best for the school to have that rather than us.
Right.
So I'll give it a 3.
3. So a total vote of 8 from the people. And it does have 9 reacts.
Well, it had 10, and then one of you guys unchecked it recently.
As our leader. I never voted it to begin with.
I didn't think...
Are we still counting the 10, or are we counting the 9 that it is now?
I see a 9 on my screen,
I'll give it.
Because Beta had 10
I see a 9 on my screen, and then I'm moving on to the next one. And then I'm moving on to the next one. You already raised yours from a 2 to a 3.
Well, that was meant to be a joke, but yeah.
So 8 plus the 9 is going to be a new ringleader of 17 to beat. We're going to move on. Beta... I feel like Beta, you should be fine to vote here because you didn't come up with it. You just said the more I think about it, the more I like it, and it was what we kind of pulled out of our ass to begin with. Mm-hmm. Weber Smashculation.
Yeah.
Weber State Smashculation.
The second word's supposed to be speculation.
It is supposed to be speculation.
In case anyone's wondering.
Yeah. At the same time, it's fun.
Not any other word. Speculation.
It's fun. We can say like. It's obviously speculation, but people are still allowed to have their fun and go, look, it's kind of silly like that. And maybe that's something that brings retention too. You know, like taking ourselves too seriously is never going to do us any good. I feel like we do a good job as a collective personality having fun. Why should the name not also have a bit of that fun, right? Beta, get us started off on what you think out of 5 Weber Smashculation gets.
This one gets 4 votes?
I'll warn you guys, I don't know what the bad thing about this name is.
Really?
I don't know what word you guys
I'm
are
not gonna
talking
say
about.
See, when this recording turns off, get ready to be enlightened.
As the proprietor for that sounds like a fucking innuendo.
Yep.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I don't know what for then. So
he doesn't know it yet, but you're about
None
to.
of us do.
We would never.
Yeah.
I really like this name, so I want to give it. Can I do a decimal?
I'm doing math mentally right now. I'm remembering
Okay.
all of this. Keep it flat, please.
So that means go round up.
I'm just gonna say 5 to make it interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, once again, I know this was your suggestion, but it wasn't yours to come up with. You just like the name. It was a child of my brain.
So he got 2 submissions, is what I'm hearing.
Well,
And
We got Weber Smashculation before the contest was ever a thing, and this is my freaking show. I don't know what you want.
the Weber
I
State
make the
experience
rules.
is happening, Your Honor.
I make the rules. I can have our editor
I don't make
cut
the
out
rules.
all of your voice here and just leave in the rest of the podcast.
All I'm
No
saying-
Prince HD. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter. It's mine.
I don't make the laws. I just think them up and write them down. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I want to follow Beta here, and I do think that as a flat name, it's the more you run with it, the more enjoyable it gets. But I feel like that is going to be a lot of the names here. I think it might have a little bit of bias as we've run with it for 1 month and kind of let it stick. And we'll give that chance to any new name that comes by, regardless of what it is. That being said, if we got a good thing, let's keep it going. I'm going to give it a middle of the road 3 to carry it on right here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I was 3.
3? Okay. And
So I'm going to
Prince.
interject 2 seconds. We're going to go back. Wildcast just got another vote. Shout out, Beta. He put his vote back.
What?
That brings us to 8. Who put another vote on? It's 10 now.
You can see.
Dog, I already counted it as 17, and adding
It's
one more is just
18
too much
now.
math for
It's
me.
18 now.
It's
I
just
know.
adding too much math for
already
me.
high enough, but also you can just hold on the button to see who voted.
I know.
Reason.
But I didn't know who exactly voted. Okay, so
What do you think as an
Me,
unbiased
Dio.
unbiased
here.
answer.
for
So-
Smashculation?
I've already said it. I don't think the name is bad, but it does sound like an innuendo, and it will definitely get taken the wrong way in some context or another. It's not a if it will, it's a when it will. Like, I can only grade it on, well, that just sounds like a sex thing. Like,
I was about to say,
as a name, it's funny, but also in my eyes, it doesn't get higher than a 2. I know that kind of sounds like, ugh.
Okay. That brings its final score with a +4, 13 at the recording for a 17, currently tied with
18, you're wrong.
Wildcast. You're wrong.
I was about to say, an innuendo for what?
You're wrong. Okay, moving on down. I'm gonna go about every single one here. What do you think from Imtendo in the chat of Claws Out?
It sounds like the Harambe thing. That's all I'm gonna say.
Forget, except for
Forget.
Harambe, Claws Out for Waldo.
That was my secondary suggestion. Was claws out for Waldo.
Claws.
Well,
Yep.
It sounds like a
think
sex thing.
I give it a 2. It doesn't have Weber. It doesn't have Smash. It's a good tagline. So I'm gonna give it bare minimum the 2 points for the good tagline.
Yeah, it's again the same thing as before. I think we've used claw in a lot of Weaver stuff, so I think people could get to where it's from. But again, same thing. It doesn't have Smash in it, and it doesn't represent our group nearly as much as just represents the whole school.
Yeah. So with that, a score out of 5.
Ooh.
2. Beta?
I'm also going to.
2.
So, my problem here, my big problem.
Screw this on way too tight.
It sounds like a sex innuendo, which is always like a funny thing. But also, I don't think it deserves higher than a 2 either. Mostly because claws out for Waldo is not it. I'm sorry.
All I'm saying is it's really funny that we're getting upset about the other names for being sexy innuendos when my name suggestion was literally just a sex.
Yeah.
With 2s around the board, that gives Claws Out an 8 in the final running. Let's move on to 1K3's suggestion. We're getting to all of them. What do you guys think of Asbestos Eaters?
I give it a solid Ike color 8 out of 5. All I'm saying.
Oh man.
Let's go, dude.
It doesn't necessarily have to be about Smash. It could
Here's what I think. I think that a lot of these Smash players here are in the younger generation, and Asbestos does not represent all of us in Gen Z. That's microplastics. So with that kind of being our center here, I'm gonna give it a 1, just because it's a little too catering to a certain demographic.
It's 3 for me. It's 3 Timeless River Soras out of 5. That's all I'm gonna say.
I still don't even know what the name is, but I'm gonna give it a 3.
Asbestos eaters.
Asbestos. I love Asbestos. Yeah. Shout out.
Beta, your final score.
Personally, I think Asbestos is tasty.
It's pretty good.
I'm gonna give it like a 2.
I finally got it.
Real ones know about the pink cotton candy you have in your wallet. That shit is so good.
With Beta rounding out with a 2, that gives Asbestos Eaters a final score of 9, just barely coming out over Claws Out. We're gonna move down to the next one.
From Edge.
Suggestion from
Yeah.
Edge.
Yeah.
Friend of the
It's definitely
podcast.
not in-
What do we think of Edgers?
Yeah.
Any nerd emojis should be counted as negative, by the way.
Okay, if we're doing that, I have to do something.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start at 5.
Oh.
It's goated. I think it's a great. I can't even say with a straight face.
So
5.
5.
I think it's a good name for the Edge fan club.
Yeah.
But
pause.
I'm gonna give it like a good old 3.
Good old 3.
I
Okay.
think that's big.
All right. So
Friends, what are we thinking? What do you
Hear
think
me
here
out.
out of 5?
out of 5, I'm
Also,
gonna.
imagine the thumbnails.
I have to give
We
it.
have a name. That's literally gonna be the title of it.
All right.
Is
We have a name?
now.
So-
So it's just gonna. It's gonna
I'm
be
gonna
like,
give
it's
it-
gonna be like a massive thing. And it's just gonna say Edgers in massive quotation marks. It's gonna be so. Even if that's not what that is, I need that to be the thumbnail.
Oh, that's
Just-
so funny.
All I'm saying is it's probably like a 5 Outback Steakhouse Bloomin' Onions out of 10 for me.
Here's the thing. I think it's the greatest name ever, and I give it a 5. Unfortunately, it has 2 nerd emoji reacts, which are a -10 in their own respects. So sad. It does have a 1 check mark, though. Final score at the table is going to be a 17, meaning its final score, including reacts, is going to be a -2. Unfortunate.
Okay, we got it.
We got our last submission in, coming from JFK No Scope. What do we think of Wildcat Arena? I like Arena as like a fight type thing, right? Smash.
Actually, that's really good.
Right? It feels basic, but you think of like its parts, and its parts are greater than the sum of the whole.
Especially since we have like more than 2 people, like a podcast usually does. It's kind of like an arena.
Right.
Of people talking.
Oh man, because we're all fighting
man.
right now.
Yeah.
We're all passive aggressive momming each other out of
All I'm saying is I don't agree with the words you guys are saying. So I'll see you after.
I'll see you in court.
I'll see you on literally my podcast never again. You agree with me whether you like it or not.
No.
Oh no, completely joking aside, I think Wildcat Arena. I give it a 3.
Dude, I've been staring at those the entire time. It's so funny.
What you're looking at. The ADHD kid in me was like, push the outlet, and now I'm playing with a pen, and I look over.
For those of you who don't have eyes on an audio-only experience, there are a bunch of really weird pictures of the RAs next to us, and it's really funny. I've just been subtly laughing at the entire time. Like, most of them are just like the shit-eating grin of just, hey, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Back to the topic at hand.
Shout out my boy Bilal.
Wildcat Arena, I give it a 3, guys. I give Wildcat Arena a 3.
Give it a 4.
A 4?
I give it a 5. I think that's
Really?
I think it's a good one.
Okay, for the same reason you guys didn't like Wildcast, I have to go with this. It's not Smash-based. I know Arena, it's not Smash-based, and it's barely even Weber tied. I gotta go with 1. I'm sorry.
bringing it to a final score of 14, tying it out with the Weber Smash speaker cast. I guess with a current tie between the Wildcast and Weber Smashculation, I think the cards are back in your favor, dear viewers at home. Tell us down in the comments which of these two deserves to be the forever title until we find something cooler, asterisk.
I'm writing.
Name of the podcast, Weber Smashculation or the Wildcast. Make sure to go and upvote and like your favorite people down below as well.
Don't forget about the vote manipulation currently happening, Your Honor.
We'll see for the month of March how things sound, what you guys like, because at the end of the day, this is a podcast for the people. That's why no one person has been on here twice, with the exception of
You too.
Well, this is what I say. Welcome. Forget it. The name of the podcast is now My Show. Hi, and welcome to My Show.
Hooray! I was kidnapped off of Friendlies.
Yeah. And speaking of Friendlies, I'm thinking it's about a good time to get back to those. So, guys, talk about in the comments below who won Weber Smash. Smash Speculative Superlatives, as well as what the name of the podcast should be in the future. And we're going to do our best to just sign out right here, guys.
Vote, Minecraft Steve. Please vote Minecraft Steve for president. He's pretty good. All you gotta make Smash great again. It's gonna be great. It's a great country, you know. And that's all I have to say.
Beta, any sign-offs?
Put that in the highlights.
Can we get this in the highlights? Let's go.
Wait, that actually might be a good name. Wait.
Put that in the highlights?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Oh no.
Wait.
And guys, tell us in the comments if the name should be Put That in the Highlights.
Or even like put that in the podcast or something.
Put that in the That's so funny.
Wait, that's actually.
Oh, it's an inside joke. Oh no.
That'd be perfect.
Once again, the ball is in your court. Viewers of the Weber State podcast, whatever its name will be, we'll figure out next week. Cyrus, any last minute thoughts?
I'm writing a petition for edgers.
Can we get it? Share your most memorable edges this year.
Petition.org.
We already have 2 votes.
Yeah. I think my final piece for the podcast today, listeners at home, interact with the community. This is the best place to make friends, have fun.
No!
And if you want to have more fun on the podcast, tell us what you like to hear, whether or not you liked any of the new segments, what you think works best as topics.
Who should we
for,
permanently ban from the podcast?
your people to talk about. Who should be banned? Drop those in the comments. Why not? And I guess have fun with each other. That's what we're gonna do over in the friendly setup. And with that, I am Arpeggio.
I'm Diora.
I'm beta version.
Who'd you have on here before me?
I
am Skerdoink.
Let's go, the doink.
This has been the Weber Smash podcast, and we will see you in March.